Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? That's just a Super Nintendo remake way of saying, shh, it's a secret. Hey, old guy. We've never met, but give me stuff. Oh, wow, you actually... Because last time I did talk to him first. I didn't realize, like, you can't skip to the, like, okay, here's your reward if he hasn't offered it to you yet. That's kind of cool. Like, because, like, you can skip the other, like, where is he? Like, he's right there. I've played the game before. You're correct, young man. I am Sahasrahla, the village elder and a descendant of the 7 wise men. What? I'm surprised a young man like you is looking for the Sword of Evil's Bane. Not just anyone can use that sword. According to the tale's handout, only the hero has destroyed 3 great evils and won the 3 pendants can wield. The sword, I see you have acquired the Pendant of Courage. I'll tell you about the legend behind it. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I believe you're the... Okay, too fast. Carry this with you. It's a treasure. I want you to have it. A helpful item is hidden there. Go get it. So yeah, Pegasus boots allow you to dash. You got some bombs. And the dash attack, like, lets you knock down certain wall. Like, if the wall, like his, has a full-on cracked outline of a door, you can knock it down. If it's just a single crack in the wall, you have to use a bomb still, because that's not weak enough for you to dash into it. And then there's a couple things on pedestals you can knock off using a dash, which is why you have to do that dungeon first, because the dash attack acts as your library card. Wait. We do want to go get the thing he just talked about first. We want the ice rod. Now I think... Oh, you're not... You don't have treasures, that's the dark. Oh, wait, I'd have to come down sorta this way anyway, but... Whatever, we're here now, we're doing it now. So you can walk, like, right here when the pit ledge is facing up. But you can't do it on that side. The more you know. Now, he gives you 300 rupees, but I don't want 300 rupees right now. So we're gonna leave him, and hopefully I'll remember to get it later. Can I just say how glad I am that kids can't slam into the desk to check out books in real life? As a librarian, that sounds awful on so many levels. Well, that's because you're a good librarian and don't put your books on the top shelf where no one can reach them. Alright, let's heal up. Also, you could see the good bee. Heck, for that matter, I could catch the good bee. So yeah, bees in this game, you can catch a bee and then release it, and it will attack enemies. And then I forget if it comes, I think it might attack you afterwards. And anyway, then right here is the good bee. It's sparkly. But yeah, it'll like attack stuff and then come back to you and just like be like, hey, you can catch me again if you want. Like, I think if they do enough damage in a single screen, they fly away, but I'm not gonna keep them because, you know, there are better things to get than a good bee. But I'll at least show, like, Ice Rod. You know, I could show off the good bee. Go, go, Sparklebee. Yeah, look at that Sparklebee go. Yeah, get him. And then he's just like, yeah, I'll hang out around you and I won't attack you because you're cool. And I'm like, you're cool. All right, be free, Sparklebee. And go. Ow. Now, I think... Hey. Stop that. Oh, yeah, the other thing you can do with rocks, with your boots, before I forget. Pile of boulders. Not anymore. That kind of worked, right? Yeah, I'll keep fairies, at least until I get back to the potion hut and buy blue potions. So I've always liked the ice rod, and wish more games had stuff like it, because, like, you turn them to ice and throw them into other people. It's pretty funny. And then if you have the hammer, you can smash frozen dudes to get a bunch of magic. Yeah. Out of the way. You're not a good bee, you're a regular bee. Ow. Alright, library. I'd like to check out that looking book over there. Looks a little important. The Book of Medora. You can use it to read the ancient language of Hylia. Or of Hylia, I don't know what it said. Of the Hylia. Nah. Now I'm quarreling with my younger brother. I sealed the door to his room. Like, you're having a quarrel with your brother, and so you walled off your house? Hey, do you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? I don't know if he's angry, but he's crazy. Okay, the doorway's open again. Maybe I should make up with my brother. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't wall off your house because you're having an argument. Just saying. And 8 seconds. Woo! Alright, onwards to Palace 2. But yeah, we wanted to get the Ice Rod before the thing because Ice Rod is super effective against the next boss. He could have cut it in half instead. What, his house? They could just, like, have a double house? And hit this guy out of the way. Oh, yeah, so I think... I'm not positive, but I think this little blue jumping dude is supposed to be, like, a rabbit? Like, he's got big ears, at least. Maybe it's just like a gremlin rabbit thing. Either way, if you either cut all the grass, so there's no grass for him to jump in, or you do that, All right, take it, thief. And he just gives you a random, you know, heart or small rupee or something, but... Okay, let's get a piece of heart. Also, whatever is here. Now, here's one thing I've always found interesting, I guess, confusing. I mean, I guess I kind of get it, but so I'm thinking because, like, in randomizer things, there's a way you can push this forward and still end up in the block, so you can open that and then still get back here. One thing, you know, it cuts down on time when you're racing. But I don't think you can do that in the American version, only in the original Japanese 1.0 version, which is what randomizer races use as the base. Okay, and if you get floppy fish, you can take it to deep water. Oh, I guess he was too close. Either way, he's like, hey, here's a secret, and gives you some money. And then if you take it to the bottle seller, he also pays you for the fish. Anyways, what I was going about earlier is, like, in the Japanese version, there's a lot more glitches you can use that are patched out of this one. And I always wondered, why was, like, the glitchy version the one chosen to be, like, the race standard? Because, like, so long as everyone's using the same version, you can't, you know, you're all on an equal footing, so it's not... And why use the version with glitches for the races? Because, you know, people like doing cool shortcuts and stuff, and have races where, like, you know, but, like, people who run, like, glitchless races, but they still use, you know, the original. May not use the updated version. So long as everyone's on an equal footing, it doesn't really matter, right? The world may never know. Anyways, let's translate. Open the way to go forward. Make your wish here and it will be granted. So I guess this is kind of like Tunic Light. You could have wished here the entire time, except you can't without translating it. Unlike in Tunic, where you could do stuff, you just don't know it. Link's like, well, I don't know what to do here. Sure. That. And... Ow. Laser on my butt. Okay. Key. Oh, those blocks, I skipped the one in the Eastern Palace, but those are just, like, the top of the room. They're just, like, places where Sahasrara can talk with you telepathically. And he's like, ah, yes. I'm Sahasrara. Here's a hint. I don't need a hint, you. I mean, I guess I kind of do. That's why I'm replaying this instead of doing a randomizer. Do I want to fill in the map? Sure. At least for now. I don't know if I'll keep doing it in all the dungeons, filling in every room, when the room is pointless. But for right now, I will go into the trap room, and that way on our map it says, hey, look, you've been here. Going to get a big key, big key, big key. Going to get the big key and get the power gloves. Yeah. You got the big key. I told you. Ow. Yeah, sure, we'll fill in the map. Hey, look at that, there's a room. Hooray. Okay. Now we go back the other way. And to go in here. I knew it was one of those corner ones, I just didn't remember which one. Hey, you feel strength. You can lift heavier things now. Another heart? Eh? No. Eh? Out of the way, sand lion thing. I think this one is here. Yeah. And then the one in the next room for the actual door is on the right side. What? You're leaving the dungeon already? Because it's a two-part dungeon. You have to get the item and then go in here. Yeah, right side. Key? 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 First try. I always wonder, like, how do you get down there as a kid? It's literally just the room you were in. You know, it's just 16-bit Super Nintendo, so they don't register, you know, like what the floor pattern is from the tiles when you stuff like that. Yeah. Now it's gonna be top right. Key. That time it was first try. Yeah, so here's where I was in the randomizer run when I tried one and it just wasn't going well, and then I started another one. I'm like, all right, I got it this time. And I came here to do this because I needed to do this one, and I got here without the lamp and was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna play Link to the Past so that I can remember what I need where. Yep. All right. Now this time. So, you go and get that powerful item, and it's like, yeah, the ice rod is fun, and it freezes dudes, but it also wrecks these guys. If you hit them, get 2 shots with the ice rod. That's all it takes. Whereas it takes, you know, I don't know how many sword things. Well, I guess we'll find out, because that guy's still alive. Okay, sword spins, but I think does more damage. That's what, 5 if it does do more? 7. 9, 10. Maybe it only does 1. Either way, it's certainly more than 2 hits with the ice rod. Yep. You won the Pendant of Power. Yeah, so this is, I don't know if this was a mistranslation or if they didn't codify it until later, but yeah, this one, green is courage, blue is power, red is wisdom. Whereas, you know, starting from Ocarina of Time forward, all the colors are always green is courage, red is power, blue is wisdom. I don't know if that's a mistranslation or Because, you know, things like, you know, Princess Toadstool, for instance, was always called Peach in Japan, and it wasn't until Mario 64 that her name was Peach in America. So it could be that it's always been that way, and it was just, we got it backwards because, you know, someone missed the did the wrong ones, or maybe it's just, at the time, they'd done the red, green, blue, but they hadn't, you know, settled on the way it ended up being yet. Ah. Oh, I can lift rocks now. What do you think about that, Archer? Alright, now we gotta go spend money, a lot of money, to get the flippers. Which, you know, it's 500 rupees. And I talked about this last week too, but since that's not getting on YouTube for sure, and this one might, it seems like a lot, because you can hold 999 rupees. So that's like half of your wallet. One more than half, really, because you don't get 1,000. Do I want to get a blue potion? No, not yet. Ooh, I could get a green one for free, though. I don't know if I need a green. I mean, we needed magic for that thing. Anyway, 500 rupees for the flippers, which allow you to swim. But how do these flippers work? Because what it, like, if I try to go in deep water now, it just does this. And then once I get them, I can swim. And it just says it allows you to, you know, swim in deep water. Oh, so here's the river Zoras. They look like squished little puppies. There you go. It's like their nose, like their muzzle thing. Yeah, snout thing. And then like little black things, their nose. I think they look kind of like puppies. I mean the face, not, you know. Like a dog head. Oh, I guess I do need bombs. And they do give you bombs. For some weird reason. Right, flippers. You distracted me, Zora puppies. And it just says it allows you to swim in deep water. Little dragon dude. Well, I mean, I think they are little dragon dudes. I mean, they're, you know, fish people, but they're closer to dragons than they are to puppets.
What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me?
I want the flippers.
Just give flippers away for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair.
Okay.
1 pair of flippers coming up. I'll give you a free bonus with your purchase. Use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers.
You see a whirlpool, dive in it. Yeah. But like, the flippers, I mean, they're just flippers for your feet, but they let you swim when you couldn't before. So are you really paying 500 rupees to gain the ability of swimming? Because that seems like a pretty good deal. If you're like, hey, I'll pay you 500 bucks, which yes, it's a lot, but I gain like an invaluable life-saving skill instantly without practice or training or, you know, study. I mean, that seems pretty awesome. Yeah, as a kid, I never knew about this till my cousin was like, why do you have the regular boomerang? And I'm like, what do you mean? What other boomerang is there? Hello there, did you drop this? Yep. I like an honest person. I'll give you something better in return. The magical boomerang. It's faster and it goes farther and it sparkles. Also, besides that, you can buy an upgraded shield later for like 500 rupees. Or you can go here and get one for free. Hello there, did you drop this? Yep. I like an honest person. I'll give you something better in return. If you throw like anything else, well, not anything. Like if you throw an empty bottle, that's what I was talking about earlier, she'll give you a green potion, which fills your magic. But you know, if you throw other, like, you know, if you throw your bow, in this one specific, and we'll come back to you because I need more money. You know, if you throw your like magic powder or your bug catching net, you're like, did you throw this? And you're like, yeah. And she's like, be more careful with it, and gives it back. Swimming under the bridge. Bloop, bloop. The hobo under the bridge. I get, like, his head is turned. It's just, you know, an angle thing, but it looks like he's a Cyclops. And since there are Cyclops enemies in this game, he's like a potato Cyclops. Hey, yo, Long, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. I mean, that's pretty nice, like... He's a dude camped out under a bridge, and he's like... Man, you are in a world of trouble. I have no possessions except this magical bottle, and I'll let you have it. He knows how to save a world. Like, hey, now there's a guy who's gonna save the whole... Well, the world right now, I guess it's kind of the multiverse later, well, with the Golden Realm and other dimensions and stuff, but... I mean, there's the Dark World and the Golden Realm in this game, too, so... In fact, I think this is the first... I don't think Zelda 1 and 2 had, like, other realms. So this would have been the first one. Alright, now you, give me those 300 rupees. And then we're gonna spend them all. Eh. This doesn't hurt him. That's why I made an eh sound. And charge. I missed. Stop being so wiggly, you. Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us, okay? That's just a Super Nintendo remake way of saying, shh, it's a secret. Swim. 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 Now. Pond of Happiness. Throw a few. 5 or 20. It thankfully becomes faster once you've done it once. Oh yeah, and like the fortune you get, I guess, affects like random drops and chances, but I don't know all the details. Throw a few. 20. And you can just go blah 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 blah. Throw a few. 20. It also basically go there, go back, you hit it, walk up, and it's reset. I wonder actually if it's, yeah, if you stop running it. Either way. Hello. I want to carry more bombs. Obviously, you would, like, never bother with this in a speedrun or randomized speedrun, but Yeah, now you can do 25 and 50, so it becomes a lot faster. Instead of 5 per throw, it takes 2 throws to get to 100. But we will upgrade all our bombs and arrows, so let's just start at the beginning. Or, you know, start at the top. Not that I can do them all right now. Good luck. I mean, this does have the same problem other Zelda games have of by the end you just have too much money and nothing to spend it on. But at least this one you do have at the start, because of this upgrade system of, like, if you do 500 for the flippers, and there's a thing later on you have to do 110 for the first Dark World dungeon. You know, 100 for a bottle. They do at least, you know, and then it's 100 per upgrade. You can go from 10 bombs to 50, 5 at a time, except the last one, which is, you know, you go 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then it jumps to 50. And then arrows go from 30 to 70 with the same thing, that 60 to 70 is a single jump. But they cost 100 apiece. So, you know, it takes care of your money for a bit. But then, by the end of the game, you still, you know, max out. Eh. Well, we've upgraded all we can for now. Onwards to the mountain. Pile of boulders. Not any more boulders. That kind of worked, right?